weigh about 3,000 pounds, charge at 35 miles an hour, and they have an inch-thick hide. So they're pretty much protected against everything except for humans, and even on reserves, they're not completely safe from poachers. There's another one up there on the left. And they have a pointy top lip that goes almost like a finger. Now, any little ones are welcome to sit on your laps. Guys, if they can see better, that's perfectly fine. Just please make sure that wherever they're sitting, even on your lap, that they are fully seated at all times for us. Now, these beautiful big brown animals up here on the right are greater kudu. They're Africa's second largest antelope. Only the males have horns, and a fully grown male weighs around 750 pounds. The large white birds just on the road by our right with big yellow beaks, these are a yellow-billed stork, and they'll eat pretty much anything with a heartbeat. Fish, frogs, snakes, insects, lizards, even other small birds. Oh, and there's a beautiful big black and white bird up this clearing on the left. That's a saddle-bill stork, two of them. Now, they're kind of sitting down at the moment, got their long legs bent out in front of them. They are Africa's tallest stork. They can stand 5 feet tall with a wingspan of 8 to 9 feet. They get their name from that saddle-like pack across the top of their feet. So let's head down to the Safi River. I thought we will spot some Nile hippo down here. Now, of course, you might think that a hippopotamus should be easy to see because they're so big. But actually, they do spend many hours of the day underneath the water. In fact, they can spend 5 to 8 minutes at a time completely submerged under there without even coming up for breath. So even where you don't see them doesn't mean they're not under there. There is one right alongside us down there. Right up river. Hopefully you'll see some more. Get up river. There's another one over there too, right by that tree stump. Just see him under the water there. Hey, there's a whole bunch on the left up here. Look, just the other side of the island there. See? Calf, when it's born, weighs maybe 80 to 85 pounds. Fully grown, they can tip the scales at around 5,000 pounds. On the island, on the nest, they are white-breasted cormorants. They're fantastic swimmers and divers. And the large gray and white birds with the big beaks, they're pink-backed pelicans. They live in colonies and they work together to turn fish into shell.
Look at the hippos in the water. Look at hippos.
When you see hippos moving through the water, they're not usually swimming. They're very poor swimmers. They're usually walking along the river bottom, or they kick off from the bottom and just glide through the water. Well, now I do know there's a rickety old bridge right around the corner here, so please remember to stay seated as we head across it, because some of the... Oh my goodness, look down here on the left. Oh yeah, please do stay seated. Wow. There's a whole bunch of little crocodiles down there.
Wow.
Wow, now they are larger and much more aggressive than American alligators. Grow to about 20 feet in length, and they do have bone-crushing power in those jaws. And if you see any leg with their mouths open, that's how they regulate their body temperature. They don't sweat. They let out excess body heat. I don't know about you guys, but I am very glad we're on that old bridge safely. That was a lot of big crocodiles out there today.
Simba-1, come in.
Hey, this is Simba-1, over.
Just wanted to let you know that my ground patrol has seen a lot of elephant activities in the Red Clay Pit. You definitely want to check out that area.
Thanks for the tip, Wilson. We'll head that way shortly. So we're going to head out into the savannah now. It's a completely different ecosystem from the forest with different animals. Speaking of different, look on the right, that big old upside-down looking tree is a baobab tree. It survives long periods of drought by storing water in its great big sponge-like trunk, and we're staying leafless for about 9 months out of every year. Oh, and this is my favorite side of all the reserve, the Serengeti grassland. Stretches for hundreds of miles across East Africa. A superhighway for millions of migrating animals each year, also home to some of the more famous ones like lions and elephants. In Wild Africa, we're all working really hard to conserve. Right in front of us, that's a reticulated giraffe. They're one of the largest giraffe species. They have a net-shaped pattern. No two giraffe ever have the same pattern, though, no matter which species they are. In fact, there's another one further along here. We'll go see if we can see that one a little closer, maybe. The savannah is actually created by the animals that live here. The elephants are the bulldozers pushing down the trees to eat. That lets the grasses spread. These giraffe are the pruning shears that eat the undersides of the trees, letting in more light. Well, the antelope, cattle, zebra, they're the mowers. They mow down the grasses, which encourages new shoots to grow and leaves the edges for the little nibblers like gazelles and warthogs. So in this balanced natural system, there's enough food for everyone living here. Now there are two giraffes in front of us. The one lying on the grass is closest to another reticulated giraffe. Back up on the back you see another one that's slightly different pattern. Instead of the reticulated net-shaped pattern, that one has a kind of an opening pattern. It's a Maasai giraffe. You see it up in the trees? One of the smallest. The giraffe only sleep for about 30 minutes a day. Spend much of the day eating. They do have long powerful tongues that they'll use to pull down the tree branches and strip off the leaves to eat. Also on the left-hand side here, these large pale brown animals got beautiful long spiral twisted horns. They're Patterson's eland, Africa's largest antelope. Now if she's going to take a drink, she'll have to spread those front legs wide open. That's the only way she can reach down to the grass or the water. Despite her long neck, those front legs are so long. Now the little guys either side of us here, these are Thompson's gazelles, known to the locusts as tummies. And although they do look like little babies, they are actually fully grown adults. They only weigh around 60 pounds at most. Despite that, though, they can run really fast. They can reach speeds of 50 to 60 miles an hour on those little legs when they need to, which is seriously impressive running for a little guy, huh? Well, it looks like that reticulated giraffe has come up a little closer here. Isn't she beautiful? It is a female. A fully grown male reticulated giraffe can stand 18 to 20 feet tall. Little ones will never already stand 5 to 6 feet tall. I can't wait for her to come up to the truck. The horses would not be happy with me. Oh, and just on the left here, you see underneath the bush, there's a gray animal under here, a whole bunch of them. These are white-banded wildebeest. It was their other name, spelled GNU. They migrate at the rate of about 1.5 million across Africa each year, which is one of the largest numbers of any single migrating animal in the world. Oh, and look at these horns in front of us. Aren't they amazing? They're on the Ankoli cattle. Those horns grow 5 to 6 feet in length. Also known as Watusi cattle. That's for the Watusi tribe that first domesticated them. Also, if you look under the trees there on that bank over on the right, you see there's one animal laying on his own fairly short, straight horns. That's a waterbuck. They're fairly solitary animals. They use a waxy secretion that makes their coat waterproof. Yeah, those horns, they can be about 20 inches round circumference at the base and weigh about 15 pounds. Yeah, it gives you a headache just thinking about it, doesn't it? Well, we've seen a lot of animals, but I tell you what we haven't seen yet. We haven't seen any elephants, have we? Anybody like elephants back there? Yeah? All right, well then we'll take this road. It will take us down to elephant country.
I like kangaroos.
Zimmerman, this is Wilson. What is your location? Over.
Oh, hi, Wilson. We decided to head to elephant country.
Keep your eyes open for me. We picked up a baby elephant that was wandering off on its own.
Oh, wow.
We can't find the murder. I'm afraid Princess may be in the reserve.
Wilson, I'm glad we decided to go that way. We'll keep our eyes open and let you know if we see anything for sure. Well, we're going to head deep into elephant country, so I'm thinking I might get us some music to travel by. Hey, there's a couple up in the rocks there, look. Looks like we found a small herd then. Herds consist of the females and the young ones. Male elephants usually go out for me around. There we go. That's some good music. Hey, our road's closed. I usually go that way. Well, we're kind of Matata. No worries. We can actually still head this way. It heads right where we need to go. I just haven't been this way in a really long time. But it looks like we're going to see those elephants. Oh, hey, there's a young one over there. Look at that. Probably about 2 years old.
Over here, somebody.
Both male and female elephants do have those ivory tusks. Well, let's go see what we find on this road. I think I remember the way. It's been a long while though. I need a map. I might just check and see if I... No, I really didn't. I'm gonna have to wing it, guys. I think I can remember it. Let's go for it. Uh-oh. Actually, I certainly don't remember this whole bridge. I better turn the music off and concentrate. I think we'll be okay, though. Slow as like a poly-poly, which means very slowly. But, of course, as always on these bridges, please remember to stay in your seats for me. And, actually, you might want to cross your fingers on this one. I think we better get off of here. Oh, my goodness. Hold on. Hey, lean to the right for me. Lean to the right. All right. Nice job. Let's get off of here. Wow. Thanks, guys. Great bit of leading. Could not have done that without you. Whew, I promise next time I'll cross my fingers too. Oh, and we're at those red clay pits. You remember most of the polar Alpine elephants here? You can see their tusk marks. Look, they do like to eat the red clay for its beneficial minerals that they sometimes lack in their diet of plants. Well, it looks like we found some elephants. Not a safe place to stop right here, though, so we're going to have to move on and see if we can see them down here. Now, elephants live till they're 60 to 70 years old. The little ones stay with their mothers till they're 14 or 15 years old. They learn all they need to know from her. And the females are usually very good mothers. In fact, they'll all help each other to look after those little ones. In fact, there's a very little one. Look just down here to the little See in those leaning trees? Look at this. They're just popping up those tiny trees. Oh, now that is just plain precious. You know, the wooden spoon one had been born out here not that many months ago. That is too cool, huh?
Is it an elephant?
So cool. By the way, if you ever see an elephant throwing dust, dirt, mud, or grass over themselves, they use that as sunscreen. They do have surprisingly delicate skin that can actually get sunburned, and it also acts as a bit of an insect repellent for them too. And we've got a flock of flamingo here, look. Aren't they pretty? These are greater flamingo. They're the palest of the flamingos.
Wow,
Flamingo get their color from their diet. They eat tiny brine shrimp. Those shrimp are high in keratin, and when the flamingos eat them, the keratin turns them pink. Sure are pretty, aren't they? And I'm really hoping that through here it might be a lucky day to spot some white rhino, because I know there's a mud hole where they love to roll around here. Now, white rhino are one of Africa's greatest success stories. They were hunted close to extinction, but thanks to conservation and anti-poaching efforts, their population has been brought back to more sustainable numbers. But we'll probably see those better around the corner, won't we? We'll head over that way.
No, that's not a hippo, that's a rhino.
They weigh 4,000 to 5,000 pounds, but despite that size, they're very vulnerable to poachers because they have such poor eyesight. And check out the grass on the right-hand side of here. These very large eggs are ostrich eggs. They're going to weigh about 3 pounds each. Now that's an egg, huh? They do lay them out in the grass. They don't build nests. So sometimes just scoop the top off the earth of the grass, though. Here we go. Another look at those white rhino.
Zimmerman, I see you at the junction. I suggest you go west. It will be worth it.
All right, Wilson, we'll head that way. Thanks.
Rhino.
Well, I don't know what Wilson sees, guys, but he says head west, and he's our eye in the sky. So we are going to head west here. This is called a kofi, and kofis are our favorite. Having a place for large cats. Look at the lion up in there. Oh my gosh. He's having a little wash and brush up there. Well, we're really lucky to see him awake. They do like to lay and rest for 18 to 20 hours a day. females that do most of the hunting at night. So when you hear a male lion roaring, it's not usually because he's hunting. It's often a territorial noise that he makes in the mornings and the evenings to let everybody know that that's his territory. Isn't he adorable? Look at that hair. He's got really good hair done. Beautiful mane. Very cool. Very cute. So that would be white. Okay, this way. Looks like there's a few more white rhino on the back in front of us. You can just see them up there.
¿Qué color are you?
White rhino.
Tucked kind of back there, though, I think. And on our right, you can see there's some animals down there. There's one with long wiggly horns. It's like desert antelope. Spend long periods of time without needing to drink water. Well, if there's a male, there might be a female up here. Let's go see if we can spot any more. Oh my gosh, she's right alongside us. Look, down in the rocks there. Fast asleep. Might get a better view if we go up here a little where everybody can see. If we look back through the grass there, you can see her. Oh, yeah, there she is. Fast asleep back there.
Right there.
I'll just go slowly so that you can all get a chance to see her.
Taking a nap on the rocks.
Yeah, she initiates like 85 to 90% of the hunts.
Night-night.
Takes the meat home back for the male to eat first.
Look up there, there's the lion.
Now these holes in front of us, these are burrows that are dug out by the largest burrowing animal, the very cute, cuddly warthog. Now they are cute, they're just little ones. We wouldn't want to mess with an adult warthog because they have razor sharp tusks that they'll use along with their tusks to dig out those burrows. Use along with their tusks now, sorry. And a few more ostrich eggs here on the left, and here you get a good view of those adults. There's also an ostrich down there. You can just see her on the right. Look, now they do have wings, but are completely flightless. Can run at about 40 miles an hour, though, on their two very powerful legs. There's less than 500 of these adults left out of the wild now, unfortunately. There's also some brown animals up here. These are bontebok on the left. Pretty much extinct out of the wild. You'll only see bontebok on reserves these days. Hey, what do you say, guys? Can we help Wilson go round up those poachers? Yeah, all right, thanks. Hey, Wilson, we are on our way. Oh, this must be the poachers smash these gates open. Well, then we better go this way, but it does mean we're going off the reserve, and this could get really bumpy.
The poachers are heading east. Keep going, and you drive them to my patrol. Over.
Heading that way, Wilson. Oh my gosh, the geysers. Oh my, I really hate geysers. I don't know about you, but I'm really not sure I like the look of this place. I thought I heard gunshots, guys. I think we better get out of here. Hold on, we're going to make a run for it and get out just as fast as we can. Oh, it says it counts. Well, maybe we can sneak up on some poachers. Let's go for it. Hey, I think they ran and we're too late.
Sorry, you drop them right into my patrol.
All right, we chased them right into the woman's house. Oh my God. See, there they are.
But they won't get far. It's okay that the mountain elephant. Thanks to you, they are now both safe. After this, everyone.
Nice. Glad we could help, Wilson.
I have to go now. We have to get this baby elephant back to its mother.
Roger that. Well, it looks like we did a great job helping Wilson round up those poachers. But it does mean that we've got our scheduled track, and I'm afraid we're going to have to cut our 2 weeks safari short. We're going to drop you at the local wooden coast. It is just a short walk. That's different around their village. And as Wilson said, Asante Sana thanks for helping us to protect our precious wildlife. And remember that we're that you can help conservation efforts to help protect wildlife out of their habitats. Now, as we're heading up to the warden's post, if you could take the opportunity to gather up any belongings, nose net, bags, check the seats either side, make sure you have everything with you when you leave, and have a wonderful day. Now, the train passing by to our left, that's the Wildlife Express train. You can catch that down in the village. It takes you over to Rafiki's Planet Watch. It's just a short train journey over there. And you can get up and spend as much time as you want over at the conservation station.